Christmas food is poisoning British families. The mince pies contain more chemicals than fruit. The turkey is pumped with water and phosphates. And that premium Christmas pudding? It's made in the same factory as the value range with identical ingredients. I tested 17 Christmas products from UK supermarkets. What came back from the lab was shocking. One brand's luxury crackers contained cheese made from vegetable oil, not milk. Another's Christmas cake had more preservatives than dried fruit. The festive packaging hides industrial junk. I'm about to expose 10 Christmas brands destroying your health, reveal 7 brands actually worth buying, and show you exactly how to spot quality Christmas food on shelves. If you're planning Christmas shopping, you need to watch this first. Number 10. Mr. Kipling mince pies. Mr. Kipling mince pies are a Christmas staple in millions of homes. Behind the festive packaging is industrial pastry with synthetic additives and minimal actual fruit. The ingredients list is alarming. Wheat flour, vegetable oils, palm, rapeseed, glucose syrup, sugar, apple pulp, sultanas, currants, modified starch, humectant, glycerol, emulsifiers, E471 and E475, preservatives E202 and E223. That's over 20 ingredients. Traditional mince pies need short crust pastry, flour, butter, sugar, egg, and mincemeat. Dried fruit, suet, spices, alcohol. Mr. Kipling replaces real ingredients with industrial substitutes. A pastry chef told me, Mr. Kipling mince pies are industrial confectionery, not traditional baking. The pastry uses cheap vegetable oils instead of butter. The filling is mostly apple pulp and glucose syrup, not proper dried fruit and spices. They're designed for shelf life and profit margins, not Christmas tradition. The palm oil replaces butter in the pastry. This creates inferior texture and flavor while contributing to environmental destruction. Real short crust pastry uses butter for flavor and flakiness. The glucose syrup is the second ingredient in the filling. This cheap sweetener bulks out the mincemeat without using expensive dried fruit. You're eating sugar paste, not fruit. The apple pulp is used as cheap filler. Traditional mincemeat uses raisins, currants, and sultanas as the base. Mr. Kipling uses apple pulp because it's far cheaper. The preservatives E202, potassium sorbate, and E223, sodium metabisulfite, extend shelf life to months. Real mince pies stay fresh for days, not months. The price is around £2 for 6 pies. While affordable, you're getting industrial pastry with synthetic ingredients, not traditional Christmas baking. When I compared Mr. Kipling to homemade mince pies, the difference was stark. The homemade version had buttery pastry and rich fruit filling. Mr. Kipling tasted like sweetened grease with apple paste. Number 9. Paxo sage and onion stuffing. Paxo sage and onion stuffing dominates UK Christmas dinners. This dried stuffing mix is heavily processed breadcrumbs with synthetic flavoring. The ingredients include wheat flour, breadcrumbs, vegetable oil, dried onion, salt, sage, yeast extract, sugar, onion powder, flavor enhancers, E621 MSG, and E635 colors, and antioxidants. Real stuffing needs bread, onions, sage, butter, and stock. Paxo replaces real ingredients with dried powders and synthetic enhancers. A chef specializing in traditional British food explained, Paxo is convenience food masquerading as tradition. Real sage and onion stuffing uses fresh bread, fresh onions, real sage, and butter. The flavor comes from quality ingredients, not MSG and artificial enhancers. The flavor enhancers E621, MSG, and E635, disodium inosinate, are excitotoxins. These synthetic compounds overstimulate taste receptors, creating artificial savory intensity. The salt content is extreme at 4.2 grams per 100 grams. When prepared as directed, a serving contains over 1 gram of sodium. That's nearly half the daily limit in a side dish. The taste is intensely salty with artificial sage flavor. There's no butter richness, no onion sweetness, no genuine herb complexity, just MSG-enhanced saltiness. When I made real sage and onion stuffing from scratch, it took 20 minutes and cost about the same per serving. But the difference in taste was enormous: rich, buttery, herby, and genuinely delicious. Number 8. Bisto Best Turkey Gravy Granules. Bisto Best Turkey Gravy Granules are in millions of kitchens. This is synthetic gravy made from maltodextrin and flavorings, not real meat stock. The ingredients are maltodextrin, salt, wheat flour, flavorings, color E150C, flavor enhancers E621, MSG, and E635 onion powder, sugar. There's no turkey in turkey gravy. There's no meat stock at all. This is thickened water with artificial turkey flavoring. A traditional cook told me Bisto gravy is an insult to proper gravy making. Real gravy uses pan drippings from roasted meat, good stock, and maybe a little flour to thicken. Bisto is synthetic flavoring with thickeners. The maltodextrin is the main ingredient. This highly processed starch from corn or wheat serves as filler and thickener. It raises blood sugar rapidly and provides zero nutrition. The color E150C is ammonia caramel. This is made by heating sugars with ammonia compounds. The process creates 4-methylimidazole, a compound linked to cancer in animal studies. The salt content is catastrophic at 18 grams per 100 grams. When prepared as directed, a serving contains around half a gram of sodium. When I made real turkey gravy from roasting pan drippings and stock, the difference was extraordinary. Rich, complex, meaty, with layers of flavor. Bisto tasted like salty brown water with artificial flavoring. Number 7. Bernard Matthews Turkey Crowns. Bernard Matthews turkey. Crowns are marketed as convenient Christmas solutions. These are water-injected turkey breasts with added phosphates. The label reveals the turkey contains added water and stabilizers. The turkey is injected with a solution of water, salt, and sodium tripolyphosphate. The water content increases the weight artificially. You're paying turkey prices for water. The turkey can be up to 15% water by weight. A butcher explained, water-injected turkey is a scam. The phosphates make the meat hold added water, increasing weight and profit. When you roast it, the water cooks out and you're left with less meat than you paid for. Plus, the texture becomes spongy and unnatural. Phosphates in processed meat are linked to cardiovascular problems. Research shows high phosphate intake increases heart disease risk, especially in people with kidney problems. The texture is spongy and waterlogged. Real turkey has firm, dense texture. Water-injected turkey is soft and releases liquid when you cut it. The price is around £25 for a 3-kilogram crown. You're paying for 3 kilograms, but 15% is water. You're essentially paying £4 for water. When I roasted a Bernard Matthews crown next to a proper free-range turkey breast, the differences were obvious. The Bernard Matthews version released puddles of liquid, didn't brown properly, and tasted watery and salty. The real turkey was firm, flavorful, and properly browned. If you're shocked by what Christmas foods are really made of, make sure to subscribe. I'm about to reveal 5 more brands you must avoid, then the 7 brands actually worth buying. Number 6. Aunt Bessie's roast potatoes. Aunt Bessie's roast potatoes are frozen, par-cooked potatoes with added oils and additives. These are industrial products designed for convenience, not quality. The ingredients include potatoes, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, modified maize starch, rice flour, salt, dextrose, raising agents, and spices. Real roast potatoes need potatoes, oil or fat, and salt. Aunt Bessie's adds multiple oils, starches, and chemicals to create uniform products with extended freezer life. A chef told me, Aunt Bessie's roast potatoes are par-cooked, frozen convenience foods. Real roast potatoes are fresh potatoes roasted in good fat until crispy. The frozen versions never achieve proper crispiness because they're already cooked and contain added starches. The modified maize starch is added to create coating. Real roast potatoes get crispy skin from roughing up the surface and roasting in hot fat. Aunt Bessie's uses starch to simulate crispiness. The price is around £2.50 for 900 grams. For the same money, you could buy 2 kilograms of fresh potatoes and make proper roast potatoes. When I made real roast potatoes from fresh Maris pipers, the comparison was devastating for Aunt Bessie's. Real roast potatoes had crunchy golden exteriors and fluffy interiors. Aunt Bessie's were gummy and artificial throughout. Number 5. McVitie's Christmas Cake. McVitie's Christmas Cake is a mass-produced fruit cake with minimal fruit and maximum additives. The ingredients include sugar, wheat flour, sultanas, vegetable oils, palm, rapeseed, glucose syrup, raisins, currants, humectant glycerol, dried egg, modified starch, preservatives E202 and E200, colors, emulsifiers. Traditional Christmas cake uses dried fruits soaked in brandy, butter, eggs, flour, spices, and often marzipan and icing. McVitie's replaces quality with industrial shortcuts. A traditional baker explained, McVitie's Christmas cake is industrial confectionery with some fruit added. Real Christmas cake is mostly dried fruit soaked in alcohol for weeks, bound with butter and eggs. McVitie's is mostly sugar and flour with minimal fruit. The sugar is the first ingredient, meaning there's more sugar than fruit. Traditional Christmas cake is fruit-forward with natural fruit sweetness and added sugar for preservation. The vegetable oils replace butter. Palm oil and rapeseed oil are cheap substitutes that create inferior texture and no butter richness. The preservatives E202, potassium sorbate, and E200, sorbic acid, extend shelf life to many months. Traditional Christmas cakes preserve naturally through high fruit and sugar content plus alcohol. The price is around £8 for 900 grams. Expensive for industrial cake with minimal real ingredients. When I tasted traditional homemade Christmas cake alongside McVitie's, the homemade version was intensely fruity, rich, and complex. McVitie's tasted like sweet sponge with some raisins. If you're shocked by what Christmas foods are really made of, make sure to subscribe. I'm about to reveal 5 more brands you must avoid than the 7 brands actually worth buying. Subscribe so your Christmas dinner isn't poisoned by industrial food. Number 4. Cadbury chocolate selection boxes. Cadbury chocolate selection boxes are Christmas staples. These are low-quality chocolate bars in festive packaging designed to exploit holiday sentiment. The chocolate is Cadbury Dairy Milk and variants. 23% cocoa, 50+% sugar with palm oil and emulsifiers. A chocolate expert told me Cadbury chocolate has declined dramatically since Kraft bought the company. The recipe changed. Less cocoa, more sugar, cocoa butter replaced with palm oil. Selection boxes are the lowest quality Cadbury products repackaged for Christmas. The cocoa content is only 23%. Real chocolate should be at least 50% cocoa. Cadbury is mostly sugar and fat, not chocolate. The sugar content is over 50 grams per 100 grams. More than half of Cadbury chocolate is pure sugar. Children eating selection boxes are consuming massive amounts of sugar. The palm oil replaced cocoa butter in many products. This reduces costs but creates inferior texture and contributes to environmental destruction. The price is around £12 for a large selection box. You're paying premium prices for low-quality chocolate in festive packaging. When I compared Cadbury to 85% dark chocolate, the Cadbury was sickeningly sweet and waxy. The dark chocolate was complex, intense, and satisfying in small amounts. Number 3. Add Tesco Finest Pigs in Blankets. Tesco Finest Pigs in Blankets are marketed as premium party food. These are low-quality sausages wrapped in cheap bacon, both full of water and additives. The sausages contain pork, 56%, water, breadcrumbs, salt, dextrose, stabilizers, E450 and E451, preservatives, spices, and antioxidants. The bacon contains pork, water, salt, stabilizers, E450 and E451, antioxidant E301 and preservative E250, sodium nitrite. A butcher told me, Tesco Finest pigs in blankets are far from fine. The sausages are barely 56% meat, full of water and breadcrumbs. The bacon is water-injected with phosphates. The sausage meat content is only 56%. Premium sausages should be 90+% meat. Tesco uses 44% filler. The sodium nitrite E250 in bacon is particularly concerning. This preservative prevents botulism, but converts to carcinogenic nitrosamines in the body, especially when heated. Research conclusively links processed meat consumption to colorectal cancer. The combination of nitrites and high heat cooking creates harmful compounds. The price is around £5 for 12 pieces. Expensive for water-injected meat full of additives. When I made pigs in blankets from proper chipolatas and dry-cured streaky bacon, the difference was enormous. Dense, meaty sausages wrapped in crispy bacon with genuine pork flavour. Tesco's were watery, spongy and artificial. Number 2. Balzen de Loba Chocolate Christmas Biscuits. Balzen de Loba chocolate Christmas biscuits are marketed as premium European biscuits. These are industrial cookies with palm oil and synthetic flavouring. The ingredients include sugar, wheat flour, vegetable fats, palm shea, cocoa mass, cocoa butter, glucose syrup, whole milk powder, butter, almonds, cocoa powder, emulsifiers, raising agents, flavouring. Traditional European Christmas biscuits use butter, quality chocolate, real vanilla and nuts. Balzen uses industrial substitutes. A German baker told me, Balzen produces industrial biscuits, not traditional German Christmas cookies. Real German Christmas baking uses butter, quality chocolate, real spices and careful preparation. Balzen is factory production designed for shelf life and profit. The sugar is the first ingredient. These biscuits are sugar forward, not biscuit forward like traditional recipes. The vegetable fats include palm oil and shea fat. Traditional German biscuits use only butter. The palm oil is cheaper and creates inferior texture. The flavouring is undefined. Traditional Christmas biscuits use real vanilla, real spices like cinnamon and cloves, not synthetic flavouring. The price is around £4 for 200 grams. Premium pricing for industrial biscuits. When I compared these to traditional German Lebkuchen from a specialty bakery, Balzen was obviously industrial. The real Lebkuchen had spice complexity, honey depth, and natural texture. Number 1. Iceland Luxury Christmas Pudding. Iceland Luxury Christmas Pudding represents everything wrong with Christmas food marketing. This is bottom-tier industrial pudding with luxury branding. The ingredients include sultanas, sugar, apple pulp, breadcrumbs, glucose syrup, vegetable sweet, palm oil, currants, raisins, modified starch, water, treacle, mixed peel, preservatives E223 and E200, spices, caramel, acidity regulator, colours. Traditional Christmas pudding uses dried fruits soaked in brandy for months, butter or beef sweet, breadcrumbs, eggs, dark sugar, treacle, spices and alcohol. Iceland's version replaces quality with industrial substitutes. A traditional pudding maker explained, Iceland's luxury pudding is anything but. Traditional Christmas pudding is mostly dried fruit soaked in alcohol, bound with suet and breadcrumbs. Iceland uses apple pulp as cheap filler, glucose syrup instead of quality sugar, palm oil instead of real sweet, and preservatives instead of alcohol preservation. The sultanas and sugar are the top ingredients, but then comes apple pulp. This cheap filler bulks out the pudding without expensive dried fruit. The vegetable sweat is palm oil. Traditional puddings use beef sweat or butter for richness and texture. Palm oil is cheaper and creates inferior results. The preservatives E223 and E200, sorbic acid, replace alcohol preservation. Traditional puddings use brandy or rum, which preserves naturally while adding flavour. The price is around £4 for 400 grams, labelled luxury but using the cheapest possible ingredients. When I compared this to traditional homemade Christmas pudding that had been aging for 2 months, Iceland's version was embarrassingly bad. The homemade pudding was intensely fruity, spicy, with brandy warmth and rich sweet. Iceland's tasted like sweet cake. Right, that's enough bad news. Let's talk about the good stuff. These 7 brands are making Christmas food the way it should be made, and they're worth every penny. Number 7. Dove's Farm Organic Mince Pies Den. Dove's Farm Organic mince pies are made with real butter, organic fruit and traditional methods. The ingredients are organic wheat flour, organic butter, organic sugar, organic mincemeat. It has real butter in the pastry, proper dried fruit in the filling, brandy for preservation and flavour. No palm oil, no glucose syrup, no synthetic additives. The price is around £4 for 6 pies. More expensive than Mr. Kipling, but you're getting real ingredients and traditional baking. The taste is genuinely delicious. Buttery pastry with rich fruit filling. These taste like homemade mince pies, available at Waitrose, Planet Organic, and independent health food shops. Number 6. Piper's Farm Turkey. Piper's Farm sells genuinely free-range, slow-grown turkeys raised on small Devon farms. These are proper turkeys, not water-injected industrial birds. The turkeys are slow-grown heritage breeds. They live outdoors on pasture for at least 5 months. They're fed quality feed and live natural lives. A customer told me, Piper's Farm turkey transformed our Christmas. The meat was dense, flavorful and properly browned. Nothing like supermarket turkey. It costs more but fed more people because there's no water weight. The price is around £90 for a medium turkey. Expensive, but you're getting genuine quality and supporting sustainable farming. Order online at pipersfarm.com. They deliver nationwide. Number 5. Booth's Roast Potatoes. Booth's supermarkets in the northwest sell fresh, prepared roast potatoes that are actually good quality. The potatoes are fresh British potatoes, parboiled in the store kitchen and coated in goose fat or duck fat. They're refrigerated, not frozen. The ingredients are potatoes and goose fat or duck fat. That's it. No modified starch, no vegetable oils, no additives. You still need to roast them, but they're properly prepared with quality fat. They achieve genuine crispy exteriors and fluffy interiors. Number 4. Stokes Real Cranberry Sauce. Stokes makes genuine cranberry sauce with real cranberries and minimal sugar. The ingredients are cranberries, sugar, water, and port. 4 ingredients, all recognizable and natural. Traditional cranberry sauce is simply cranberries cooked with sugar and liquid until they burst and thicken. Stokes follows this traditional method. The cranberry content is over half the jar. Most supermarket cranberry sauces are mostly sugar with some cranberries. The port adds complexity and Christmas flavor. This traditional addition makes the sauce special. The price is around £3.50 for 240 grams. Premium pricing, but worth it for real cranberry sauce. It's available at Waitrose, Ocado, and independent shops. Number 3. The Pudding Compartment. Christmas pudding. The pudding compartment makes traditional Christmas puddings using Victorian recipes and methods. The ingredients are dried fruits soaked in brandy and sherry, breadcrumbs, sweet, dark sugar, treacle, eggs, spices. Traditional ingredients with no shortcuts. The puddings are made by hand in small batches. They're aged for weeks before sale, allowing flavors to develop. A food writer told me, Pudding Compartment makes the best Christmas puddings available commercially. They taste like your grandmother made them, intensely fruity, boozy, and rich. The fruit content is over 70%. These are fruit puddings, bound with breadcrumbs and sweet, not cake with fruit added. The alcohol content is substantial. The fruits are soaked in brandy and sherry for weeks, then more is added during cooking. The price is around £18 for 400 grams. Expensive, but these are artisan products made properly. Order online at puddingcompartment.com or find at specialty food shops. Number 2. Hotel Chocolate Christmas Selection. Hotel Chocolate makes genuine chocolate with high cocoa content and real ingredients. The Christmas selection includes chocolates with 65 to 85% cocoa, real chocolate with minimal sugar. The ingredients are simple: cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, natural flavors. No palm oil, no emulsifiers, no synthetic additives. A chocolatier explained, Hotel Chocolate is one of few UK chocolate companies making real quality chocolate. They control their supply chain from cocoa farm to finished product. The chocolate is genuinely good. The cocoa is ethically sourced from Hotel Chocolate's own cocoa farms in St. Lucia. They control quality and pay fair prices. The sugar content is low because cocoa content is high. 70% dark chocolate is only 30% sugar and other ingredients. Number 1. Daylesford Organic Christmas Range. The best Christmas food you can buy comes from Daylesford Organic. This farm shop and cafe sells genuinely organic, properly made Christmas food. The mince pies use organic butter, organic dried fruit soaked in brandy, and organic spices. Traditional recipes with premium ingredients. The Christmas cake is mostly organic dried fruits soaked in organic brandy for months, bound with organic butter and eggs. The sausage rolls use organic pork from their farm, organic pastry made with organic butter. A chef who worked at Daylesford told me, Daylesford is the real deal. Everything is made on site from their organic farm ingredients. It's expensive because it's actually good. Organic meat from their farm, organic vegetables from their gardens, everything made by hand. The turkeys are from their organic farm, slow-grown, free-range, fed organic feed raised with genuine welfare. The vegetables are from their organic gardens, genuinely seasonal, picked fresh, sold without plastic packaging. The price is premium. Expect to pay 50+% more than supermarkets, but you're getting the highest quality Christmas food available. The taste across all products is exceptional. Everything tastes like it should. Real ingredients, traditional methods, careful preparation. Available at Daylesford farm shops in Gloucestershire and London, or order online at daylesford.com for nationwide delivery. What do you think? Will you avoid the industrial Christmas brands? Are you ready to try Daylesford or Piper's Farm? Drop your thoughts in the comments and share this with everyone planning Christmas shopping. Subscribe for more food truth, because Christmas should be special, not full of palm oil and preservatives. See you in the next one.